Love is like a flower that needs to be nurtured and cared for. But if you neglect, it will wither and die. Attention is one of the most prerequisites that is needed to be given to the family. Once it is neglected, the family, they suffer a lot. If we have to look at families that are neglected, they are full of misery and sorrow. Whatsoever a man soweth, that ye shall also reap. If I may impose a question to you, what exactly are you sowing in your family? Welcome to One Truth, and thank you for joining me today. And here we are building families for eternity. Are you new to the channel? Please consider to subscribe and give us a like. So we are going through this wonderful and interesting book looking at Adventist home, as our mission is to keep you motivated and encouraged as we are soon hastening the coming of Jesus. So today we are under this title, Express Love in Words and Deeds. There are many who regard the expression of love as a weakness, and they maintain a reserve that repels others. This spirit checks the current of sympathy. As the social and generous impulses are repressed, they wither, and the heart becomes desolate and cold. We should be aware of this error. Love cannot long exist without expression. Let not the heart of one connected with you starve for the want of kindness and sympathy. Let each give love rather than exact it. Cultivate that which is noblest in yourselves, and be quick to recognize the good qualities in each other. The consciousness of being appreciated is a wonderful stimulus and satisfaction. Sympathy and respect encourage the striving after excellence, and the love itself increases as it stimulates to nobler aims. The reason there are so many hard-hearted men and women in our world is that true affection has been regarded as weakness and has been discouraged and repressed. The better part of the nature of persons of this class was perverted and dwarfed in childhood. And unless rays of divine light can melt away their coldness and the hard-hearted selfishness, the happiness of such is buried forever. If we would have tender hearts, such as Jesus had when he was upon the earth, and sanctified sympathy, such as the angels have for sinful mortals, we must cultivate the sympathies of childhood, which are simplicity itself. Then we shall be refined, elevated, and directed by heavenly principles. Love is something that is very delicate and sensitive, and it needs to be nurtured and well handled with care. But if you neglect, it will wither and die. How many times marriages fail because of the lack of cultivation that needs to be done? So love and marriage, it is like a garden that we have to keep on looking at, that there are no weeds in there. If there are weeds, you take them out. But if you don't check out, you don't improve, you don't water it, then it means to say that these plants, they will just wither, and that will be the end of them, because there is no one to look after them. Too many cares and burdens are brought into our families, and too little of natural simplicity and peace and happiness is cherished. There should be less care for what the outside world will say, and more thoughtful attention to the members of the family circle. There should be less display and affection of worldly politeness, and much more tenderness and love, cheerfulness and Christian courtesy among the members of the household. Many need to learn how to make a home attractive, a place of enjoyment. Thankful hearts and kind looks are more valuable than wealth and luxury. And contentment with the simple things will make a home if love be there. No matter how rich you can be, as long as there is no love, there is full guarantee that there is not going to be happiness in the family. So in the pursuit of money and worldly pleasures, we look at that the family, they suffer as they are neglected and left behind. Most parents, they are forever in the case of this world, going out there to look for what can make them survive, but they go extra beyond, in which they don't have any time for their families. And as a result, the families, they suffer because the father is forever on the business trips. He only comes home once a month, and when he comes for an hour, and in no time he receives a phone call that he has to leave. And in that way, the family is suffering. The simple attentions count. God tests and proves us by the common occurrences of life. It is the little things which reveal the chapters of the heart. It is the little attentions, the numerous small incidents and simple courtesies of life that make up the sum of life's happiness. And it is the neglect of kindly, encouraging, affectionate words and the little courtesies of life which helps compose the sum of life's wretchedness. It will be found at last that the denial of self for the good and happiness of those around us constitutes a large share of the life record in heaven. And the fact will also be revealed that the care of self, irrespective of the good and happiness of others, is not beneath the notice of our Heavenly Father. Attention is one of the most prerequisites that is needed to be given to the family. Once it is neglected, the family, they suffer a lot. If we have to look at families that are neglected, they are full of misery and sorrow. Whatsoever a man soweth, that ye shall also reap. If I may impose a question to you, what exactly are you sowing in your family? A husband who failed to express affection. This will be the subject that we are going to look at on our next presentation. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe, give us a like, and turn on the notifications by clicking the bell button below so that by the time I go live, you get immediately notified. Good day.